Booster Course Wave 2 for Mario Kart 8 Deluxe is here, and we're checking out all changes and differences made for the returning courses. Next up in the Turnip Cup is Kalimari Desert, which first appeared in Mario Kart 64. It features desert cliffs at sunset with cacti and surrounding mesas, and a train running through that stops for no one. So how does the most recent update differ from past installments? Let's find out. On the Nintendo 64, Kalimari Desert was rather barren, allowing shortcuts through the sand. For its return in Mario Kart 7, ramps and even glide ramps were added, giving the course more substance and setting a new layout standard. It returned once again in Mario Kart Tour with better visuals and minimal alterations other than its variants. But Tour also introduced Kalimari Desert 2, featuring a detour onto the railroad leading into the train tunnel. Now, the latest revision of the course is beautiful and even more interesting, combining the routes of Kalimari Desert and Kalimari Desert 2 over the span of 3 distinct laps. For the first lap, the path is the same as it has been since Mario Kart 64, looking mostly like its incarnations from 3DS and Tour, with the ramps and related shortcuts. Because of the arrow field at the second railroad crossing, taking a turn to the left towards the train tunnel is not possible during this lap like it was in the 64-bit title. There, it was possible to follow the tracks and use a star in the tunnel to trigger the lap counter before turning left at the exit and driving towards the finish line to complete the race. The tunnel was out of bounds for the 3DS version and unreachable in Tour for Kalimari Desert, but this unintentional shortcut may have been the inspiration behind the Kalimari Desert 2 route, which now is used for lap 2. Here, the turns are the same as the previous lap, but at the second railroad crossing, detour arrows and a trick ramp guide us onto the rails, now with no fencing on the left side, and towards the tunnel. Inside, the final lap begins, just like in Kalimari Desert 2. Upon exiting there, the left side was gated off and driving along the rails was the only way forward. But this time, we have options. Continue following the tracks, turn left onto the main road, or even dash to the glide ramp. The right of the exit is blocked now, but hey, that's the wrong way. The paths converge at the second railroad crossing, with the arrow field reappearing and directing us to complete the race as usual. Whew, what a ride! Speaking of rides, it's possible to ride the train in this version by using the trick ramp and hopping on at the right moment. The view is nice from here, but the train goes in the reverse direction and out of bounds. It was possible to land on the train in Tour, but touching it in any way resulted in a boost jump. All aboard the pain train! The train length and count are different than they were since Mario Kart 64 too. In single-player mode, 2 identical trains ran along the rails, each consisting of an engine, a tender or coal car, and 5 passenger cars. No actual caboose. Multiplayer modes had 1 short train. 3DS followed the same train count rules as N64, but both 3DS and Tour had slower trains and their passenger car total went down to just 3. While there is just 1 train now, like in Kalimari Desert 2, with the same length as the past 2 games, the locomotive is speedy once again. Lastly, for gameplay changes, the first glide ramp has 3 items instead of none from 3DS or 1 from Tour. Meanwhile, the second glide ramp, now free from item boxes, appears a bit further away from the tracks than before. Maybe this was adjusted to prevent gliding over the railroad during the second lap as an alternative to the blockade placed in front of the ramp for Kalimari Desert 2. In terms of cosmetic differences, this track delivers a big haul. Train puns. First, the train itself has minor design changes, and the initial 2 railroad crossing signs now occupy opposite sides of the track, while 1 sign was removed entirely for the second crossing. Also, the cliffside gap in this spot used to be accessible for N64, allowing free roam, but a fence was added for 3DS to block it off. The barrier has since been removed, but it's an out-of-bounds zone now. Other nearby fencing has been taken down too. Like in Kalimari Desert 2, there is a Mario Kart banner at the tunnel entrance, showing that passing under it counts as a lap. While inside the tunnel, new lights illuminate the area. As for the other lap counting marker, the starting line sign has been remade with wood and decorated ever since Tour. It's adorned with rope hanging over the left brace, a wagon wheel leaning against the right post, and a round cactus sitting on top. Those are some nice touches. While on that prickly subject, cacti have been in Kalimari Desert since the very beginning, but Tour beautified some of them with pink flowers, which are back again. Clumps of grass, along with rocks, also were introduced in Tour. Now the grass has been replaced with 2 types of vegetation, long grass and aloe-like plants. In addition, there is flora scattered across the cliffside now. There's this type, and this one. Wait, that's no plant, that's a condor's nest. But where's the condor? Ah, there's one of them, soaring through the sky. Whoa, that's a big shadow. Mario Kart 7 added dust blowing in the wind, and it has been in the course ever since. Well, there is larger debris now too. Wait, has the sun always been there? Nope, it was added on 3DS. It sure looks better now. Oh look, there's a lone red arrow by the cliff. Finally, 2 green pipes now can be seen in the background. What could their purpose be? Curiouser and curiouser. On to the music. The original already was clever, using repetition and pitches to represent train sounds, played by the drums, bass, organ, and woodwind. It took that aspect and combined it with a style associated with something one may hear in a spaghetti western starring Clint Eastwood, like the theme of the good, the bad, and the ugly. Brilliant! 3DS and Tour took this theme and adjusted the mixing to make instruments pop more and added reverb. But the remaster is gorgeous, giving the percussion line a very Latin American flair, enriching the organ with supporting instruments, and switching up the high woodwind with mariachi like brass and mandolin. The bamboo flute, perhaps a repurposed Japanese shakuhachi, has this lovely cultural sound similar to an Andean quena, a woodwind commonly made from cane. Well done. And that's about it for all changes we found in Kalimari Desert. We think the course has evolved well, providing just the right levels of complexity and aesthetic design, with great music to boot. But what do you think? Have you found any notable changes that we missed? Let us know in the comments below. Please be sure to subscribe and ring that notification bell if you haven't yet, and check out the videos on the right for more content that may interest you. And of course, stay tuned to GameXplain for more on Booster Course Wave 2 for Mario Kart 8 Deluxe and other things gaming too. Until next time, ciao!